do today, the pushrod tubes are leaking on this thing. Here, see the oil dripping off, and see these things up in here? These are the pushrod tubes. See the oil right on the top of that? I'm going to replace those. The way these work is they sort of squish up on each end. When you torque the head down, it pushes them together, and there's a little rubber gasket in each end, and the pressure of it being squished together sort of holds it in place. These are leaking, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the valve cover off, take the rocker arm off, pull the push rods out. I'm going to just literally break these out of here. I'll put something up in there and prise them out, crush them, break them, do whatever I have to do. And then I'll replace them with these babies. These are spring-loaded pushrod tubes that you can collapse and put up in there and release, and the pressure of the spring will spread them out, and a little rubber seal in each end should take care of my oil leak. That is what I'm going to work on first. Okay, here it is with the valve cover gasket off. I'm going to take these two nuts loose. These are 14 millimeter. That's going to allow the whole rocker arm assembly to come off. These are the pushrod tubes right here. The pushrods here that run right through those tubes. I'll pull these 4 pushrods out and crush those tubes out, put the new ones in, put it all back together. Okay, there's my old pushrod tubes. They were pretty flimsy. I think they were probably rusted out. I've been told that they'll rust out from the inside out. There's my rocker arms, my push rods. You can see right through where these new ones are going to go up in there. Little metal piece of coolant tin fell down. I'll have to replace that. I'm going to clean up the edges of the holes and put these new rocker tubes up in place, and then we'll put it back together and see if it fixes the leak. I'll rub all this oil and grease off the bottom of the car, and then we'll see what we got after that. I think the other side is dry. As much as this side is kind of soaking wet, that side over there looks pretty dry, so I think that one's okay. So we'll go from there. Okay, here's the new pushrod tube, and here's how it works. Basically, you just put the spring in the middle, slip this onto here. Has a washer on each end. You collapse that, and you slip it up in place, and you release it. Bing, bang, you're in there. I guess the only tricky part is getting it up in there, so I'll see if I can do that now. Okay, they're in place. I'm looking for oil leaks. I'm not seeing any. Take it for a test drive. Okay, now I've had her out for a test ride several times. At first it was leaking because the little rubber grommet up in here had kind of pinched up along the edge. I had to reach up in there and turn that thing and adjust it and get it back in shape. A couple of them I had to do that with, and then I tested over it 2 or 3 more times. Kept wiping off the old oil that was sitting up on top of this engine and would drip down. It's not leaking now. It's not leaking at the valve cover, and it's not leaking at the pushrod tubes. With that said, I'll get the 10 piece. We'll put it back up on here, and we'll go from there.